GlobalPort nakapagbaon ng 4 na puntos sa kalamangan after 1. Pero nasa barangay Ginebra ang bola. Helperbrand getting things started. Kasama niya sina G1 Kim, Rodney Brondial, Dave Marcelo, and LA Tenorio. Binabantayan niya na Ron J. Buenavent, Mark Easy, Doug Kramer, Marvin Hayes, and Stanley Pringle. Dumarcho naman po kasama natin si Coach Ryan Gregorio at syempre nandito rin si Miss Rizet Diaz.
Alam mo ba, GlobalPort is feeding off from that confidence, winning booster against Talk and Text Tropang Texters. Ang sabi nga nila, if there's anything from that game that they want to repeat in this game versus Barangay Ginebra, it is playing very good defense because from there, they can run their transition and they can score. Magu.
Thank you, Ms. Riza. Napakalaking panalo nun, especially yung focus ni Coach Lopez as Kim scores on that layup. Pwede natin sabing nandoon pero hindi ganun katinding 100% dahil nga nakikiramay po ulit kami sa mga range na namatayan si Coach Pido ng kapatid.
Kaya napakalaking panalo yun dahil hindi maganda yung focus ni Coach Pido but somehow he was able to muster enough strength to lead the season victory. But let's take a look at this import once again. Itong si Kim, maganda yung kanyang quick move. First step niya, he was able to do the defense and he finished off with the left hand. So take a look at the skill set of this import. Halos kompleto. He can go off the screen, wide open shot again, pero hindi pumasok. But you can actually run the offense with this guy dahil ang ganda ng kanyang basketball sense.
Marcelo with the offensive rebound and was fouled on that putback attempt. Kramer ang napituhan ng personal.
So with no Orlando Johnson inside, Aguilar is also on the bench and also Slaughter. This is a good fight back that Ginebra is doing without a resident scorer. Gagiwa struggled from the field in the first quarter too. Ngayon, isang puntos na lamang ang hinahabol nila.
Marcelo with a chance to tie the game for the first time tonight. Kinumpleto naman ni Dave Guapo. Twitter name niya, Dave
Parang
Guapo.
pareho kayong apelido.
Guapo.
Magguwapo. Magguwapo.
Ganun. Ikaw katabi ko, mahirap mong makisalita ng ganyan magandang lalaki pag nandirito si Coach Archie. As Dorian Peña is checking back in para dito kay Bron Diaz. Si Peña talagang resident famous stopper nila, no?
Yes, because when you go up against Peña, at least you cannot back him down. So you really have to play him straight up.
Yan, no? Outside jumper ulit. Hirap itulak, no?
Hindi mo matutulok. Immovable objects yan pagdating sa paint.
Tenorio, lalabas si kay Peña. Marcelo faking off. Babalik muna kay Tenorio yung bola. Dorian, no intention to shoot whatsoever. Helterbrand was trying to and was fouled. Magkakataong mabawi ng Ginebra ang kalamangan dito.
Coach Frank is sacrificing offense in favor of defense. When you put Dorian Peña, he will not even look at the rim, especially if he's like 15 feet away from the basket. Pero pagdating sa mga close to the basket shots, medyo maasahan si Dorian. But the main responsibility of Dorian is to put the cups on Jared Famous.
I wonder, sa haba na naging successful coaching career mo, RG, if you've ever had a situation like this. Coach Olsen Racela, kinausap yung interpreter nito ni G1 Kim dun sa likod ng bench nila. At si G1 Kim ang sumisigaw, yung interpreter na naka-long sleeves na pitch, siya ang sumisigaw kay G1 Kim dun sa loob.
Hindi ko na-experience yan dahil usually Americans at magaling mag-English yung usual imports. But with the entry of Kim, kailangan talaga Korean din yung lingwahe.
Barangay Ginebra already up 29-25. GlobalPort will begin their fight back. Pero away from play, may foul na nakita dito kay Dorian Peña.
Coach Pido needed that timeout. They led the first quarter 25-21, but after an 8-0 blast, nakalamang na ang Ginebra. As we take a look at the huddle, Coach Frank Lim giving instructions to most of his players. Pero pagdating naman sa pag-interpret, kinakailangan na yung interpreter na Koreano to communicate with Kim. So, magandang dynamics. Ibang klase, hindi pa natin nakikita dito sa PBA setting.
Kung kunwari, Coach RG, ikaw ay isang interpreter.
Okay.
Tapos, Hindi mo nagugustuhan yung sinasabi ng coach. Ikaw ba gagawa ka ng game plan mo rin? Iibahin mo naman? Hindi naman.
Hindi naman mahalata, no?
Parang Ginebra looking to increase this 4-point lead. Pupunta sila sa kanto. Tenorio sends home that free. Atin pa rin sa atin ang PLDT on Evolution turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV.
Now, you take a look at the court vision of Kim. You know that he understands basketball. He was double-triple team, brought the defense to him, and he dished off to an open teammate.
Merong universal language, Coach RG.
Yes.
Kahit na merong interpreter ka sa likod ng bench Ginebra, kinikwento kay Kim kung ano nangyari. Pero as a basketball player, basketball people, pagka nakalatag na yung whiteboard or actually hindi white yun, yung kung saan nagsiskrima si Coach, hindi mo na kailangan magsalita. Eh, no? Pag tinitignan lang nila yung dinodrawing ng Coach, alam na yan. Alam na yan.
Well, the easiest jargon to understand, especially if you're talking about basketball, is the open man gets the ball. Yun ang ginawa ni Kim ron eh. Nakita niya LA Tenorio was open, he was double-triple team, so he just dished off that pass. Wala nang interpretation. Maski Korean, Hapon, at kung ano-ano ka, alam mo yung ganun tira.
Tenorio trying to go backdoor, papunta sana kay Helterbrand. Peña, back to JJ. Akin pa rin sa atin ang PLDT on Evolution turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV.
Now, this is just an incredible turnaround. Because in the first quarter, it was actually GlobalPort dictating the tempo of the ball game. But when the entry of Kim, it just totally changed the whole dynamics. Ginebra became so energetic, and now they're not only up by 10 points, you're actually hearing the chants from the Ginebra diehards, the usual Ginebra chant.
And you mentioned this earlier, Coach RG. Parang Ginebra did this rally or put together this run with Orlando Johnson on the bench. Ngayon, well-rested ang kanilang American import. Tignan natin kung magpapatuloy sila. Kim on the attack. Dalawa sumaguba. Lalabas muna niya. 6 to shoot. Johnson's gotta go. 3 to shoot para sa mga nakapula. Johnson puts it up. Bitten. Famous clears it para sa Batang Pierre. Ryan, bubukol dito kay Jensen. Nakita si Simerad. Famous at the post, back to Simerad, gets the basket, may kasama pang foul.
That was just the first 2 points for GlobalPort. They were held scoreless in the first 5 minutes of action. Kaya tuwang-tuwa si Famous doon sa pasa na yan, and Simerad hoping that he would complete this 3-point play.
Simerad breaking that prolonged silence para dito sa Batang Pierre. Takes care of the bonus.
And it was a long dry spell for GlobalPort. Here in the second quarter, of course, half the credit should go to Ginebra because of the tenacity on the defensive end, led by Dorian Peña, who's got the cuffs against Jared Famous.
Grabe yung kiskisan ni Tenorio at ni Crayam, ha? As Coach Pidor did not like that last whistle blown against them.
Now, I like what the referee is calling here. Obviously, there is a huge discontent on the part of Pido Harencio, and you just give that warning. You want to put a little semblance of respect, of course, inside the basketball court.
Swinging back to live action, Tenorio using the crossover. LA, butata pa rin inabot kay Famous. Ryan gets it back over, papunta kay Romeo. Nauna na si Jensen sa kaliwa. Romeo down the middle, scoops it up. Will shoot the line for 2 shots.
Might not be a good idea for LA Tenorio to go inside the paint in no man's land to challenge the defense of Jared Famous, because number one, alam ni Jared Famous, hindi naman titira si Dorian Peña, so he can actually offer as much help as possible.
Coach Pido trying to calm himself down as we take a look at this Master Guapo move brought to you by Master Face Scrub. Sikreto ni Coach RG and the rest of the Guapos. Miss Riza, ano balita?
Mag-uulang maswerte si Kim sa kanyang interpreter na si Coach YG kasi very well-versed ito sa basketball dahil ito nga ang scouting coach nila dun sa kanyang professional team sa Korea. In fact, when he went to Seattle for a summer training camp, magkasama na sila. From there, dumiretso sa Pilipinas to play. Now, I also learned that earlier this morning, instead of resting, magkakasama rin sila at nag-shoot around itong si Kim dun sa CCF kung saan nag-ensayo ang Barangay Ginebra.
Alam mo, hindi lang dito sa scouting, hindi lang dito kay Kim yung benefit din personally niya, no? Pati yung kanyang scouting coach, syempre, Coaching, you can never stop learning from
Of
the
course.
coaching perspective. Meron siyang bagong natututunan
It's
din
a-
dito sa PBA.
It's a continuing education, especially in basketball. It's a different kind of setting. Of course, some of the things are different. The way we play the game is so much different. Pagdating niya, may baon siya as the new basketball technology.
Johnson makes it another 9-point lead para sa Barangay Ginebra. They were down by as much as 7 back in the first quarter. Ryan looking to answer back. Huge three para dito kay Omar.
Now, you only can do so much if you're guarding the man with the ball, especially if there's a pick and roll. You have to get help from the one who's defending the screener. Otherwise, Kim will always be caught with that big screen.
Helterbrand, inaantay yung pick ni Peña. JJ will pull up on top of Famous. He makes it pay.
Now, why is it so nice to have a Helterbrand score? Because he comes off the bench and scored 9 points. Kagiwa, who started this ball game, has yet to score here in the first 2 quarters.
Magic bunot alert para sa Pinoy fantasy players. JJ Helterbrand off a hot start here. Mahigit 5 at kalahati pa natitira sa ating second quarter of action.
Fountain of youth really again emanating all over the body of JJ Helterbrand. It's nice to see him score this many points and only in 1 quarter.
That guy's a former PBA MVP. For the benefit of the younger audience, Johnson pushing it patunta sa kabila. Kim for 3. Ginebra.
But you can hear the oohs and the ahs of Ginebra hopefuls every time he gets the shot off.
Ryan dancing with Kim, loses it to Johnson. No other recourse for Omar but to give up this foul.
Now for Kim, he has missed probably 3 open 3-point shots, but what is nice is he gets it on the other end by playing tough defense. He was there right in front of Ryan, forcing a turnover, and Ginebra was able to complete it as Johnson was fouled, and he will troop to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Already 13 points in this contest para kay Orlando Johnson.
This is why you know that Filipino are good basketball fans, because they can appreciate the effort. In terms of the number of points, probably not really high. Wala sa 10, wala sa 20. But you have to remember, when Kim entered the court, they were down by as big as 6 points. Nung pumasok, lamang na sila ng 9. So it's parang 15-point turnaround doon sa performance ni Kim inside.
Jensen misses, Famous battling Peña. Dorian secures that leather. Helterbrand is pushing it. He's got Mercado on the right side. Solomon back over to Helterbrand. Less than 5 minutes now remaining sa ating first half. JJ dancing with Zimerad. Jumps a pass papunta sa kaliwa. It is Johnson working against Jensen. Orlando spinning, faking, puts it up and in.
You have to be creative with that shot. This is how good this import is. He has a total of 16 points already. Silent 16, but he scored majority in the first quarter. But take a look at that. Just a small opening was enough for him to launch that shot. He did not lose sight of the target. He was able to make that basket, and he completes it with that free throw.
45-33. Pumanik na sa 12 ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. Pringle may tangan ng bola. Romeo kontra dito kay Urbistondo. The fireball actually ang nagtayo ng laban para sa Barangay Ginebra kontra sa San Miguel last Sunday. Romeo gets that basket and will troop to the line.
This guy is just special. He's oozing with tremendous talent. Some people will say his ability to shoot from the outside is his strength, but it is not the only thing that he does so well. He's got the ability to put the ball down, and his handles is just fantastic. Probably the best right now in the PBA. That is why in his second year in the league, is already the #1 scorer last conference and also this conference.
Yung upper body strength naman ang pinakita niya sa atin sa pagkakataon na yun.
Yes, he had to use it dahil it was Dorian Peña who was the last line defender, pero hindi niya ininda. Naitira pa rin niya at nakumpleto pa niya yung kanyang puntos ron.
Mabasa siya mang inahabol ng GlobalPort. They look for a stop. Urbistondo, who scored 20 in the second half last Sunday, misses on his first try. Famous over to Pringle. Pang-11 rebound na yun para kay Jared as Pringle rattles it home from deep.
Good timeout by Coach Franklin. You don't want to give that rhythm and the momentum to GlobalPort. They've scored the last 6 points, and you want Ginebra to have the 6-point lead after this timeout.
Mercado may tangan na bola to Johnson, wide open. Orlando misses. Famous with his 12th rebound.
You can't ask for more. It was a well-executed play coming off a timeout. It was wide open. Hindi lang tumama yung tira ni Johnson.
Buenafe, one of the deadlier streak shooters in the PBA today, gets it over to Romeo. Long to Nilua. Peña para sa rebound.
Now, why is Dorian Peña inside? He's not scoring. He's not even a threat on the offensive end.
Doesn't
But what
even
is
look
so
at the
nice-
rim.
Oh, yes. But he does a good job blocking out. He gets a strong defensive stance. Kaya ito si Famous after scoring 12 in the first quarter, hindi pa nakakascore sa pangalawang yugto natin.
Johnson bibigyan ng pick ni Peña. Orlando, di mapauwi yung bola. Pringle over at the other end. GlobalPort looking to extend the run.
And the mind of Coach Frankie Lim, 2 perimeter shots para dito sa Ginebra. Sometimes you want to have that legitimate inside threat for a higher percentage.
Oh, Mamaril was trying to take it in the face of Orlando, but Johnson would have none of it. Mamaril again, sweeping off the glass for 2.
Now, all big men should have that shot. Yung jump hook na yon, drop left shoulder, boarding. This is now a huge 8-0 blast performed by GlobalPort.
12 kaninang hinahabol nila. Ngayon, 4 na lamang. Orbis Tondo for 3. Sobra. Rebound Famous.
Now, that's the third outside shot for Ginebra. They cannot stop the bleeding. They keep on shooting from the outside. On the other side of the spectrum, since it's an outside shot, long rebound, if it's a fast break situation, Pringle will definitely have an advantage against the guards of Ginebra.
Stanley Pringle in the open court is a scary
Oh,
thing,
yes.
Coach RG.
Probably the best or one of the best fast break finishers in the league.
Barangay Ginebra naman, meron ding 4 pang natitira sa kanila schedule. Yung Sunday, hindi masyadong mabigat na matchup.
Klasiko yan, ha?
Manila Classico at the Big Dome. Star Hot Shots ang makakatapat ng Barangay Ginebra. And then sa June 14, Meralco. June 17, Barako. At June 24, NLEX. This PBA Governor's Cup is brought to you by PLDT Home Devolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Only 199 pesos per month. Call 171 or visit pldthome.com to subscribe.
Now, still nothing on the offensive end. For Ginebra, they've called a lot of timeouts here, but they seem not to get the luck to score a basket.
The referees correcting themselves there matapos yung protestations from that GlobalPort bench. Possession is with the Batang pair. Pagkakataong itabla labanan, maybe even retake the lead with a long one. Tinitignan nila si Famous to sa poste. Aguilar right on it. Jared spinning away. Gets the basket. May kasama na namang foul.
This is the matchup that Jared Famous likes because Japet Aguilar is lighter. So if it's a drop step going to the baseline, the help will always be late. And with the height and the strength of Jared, it's enough for him really to bulldoze his way against a defender like Japet. So if you're going to defend Japet, you have to sink in for a help or double team right away.
Mintis nga lang yung bonus. Kagiwa doon sa ilalim. Going reverse. Mark Kagiwa finding a way.
It's not like we're overselling this Asian import of Ginebra, but we really make things happen either by shooting the basket or by dishing off nice assist passes to his teammates.
Famous doon sa ilalim. Lalim yung dukot niya kontra kay Japet. He threw to the line for 2 shots.
Now that is why, as if on cue, Coach Franklin knows his matchups. The only guy who can at least stop in some instances in the game, itong si Jared Famous, it's Dorian Peña.
A 90% free throw shooter heading into this contest para sa ating tournament. Famous has missed his last 2 attempts. Tandaan po natin na nagpapatuloy ang pamimigay ng papremyo ng Moneyball Dribble of the People dito sa inyong PBA. 4,000 pesos in cash ang makukuha ng ating best player. Kaya dribblers, makipindot na. That is just 1 minute and 7 of basketball away. Makakasama ulit natin si Miss Mara Aquino. Mercado, part of the starting unit para sa Ginebra. Back on the floor, gets it over to Kim. G1 working against Ron J. Kim goes to the crossover and then the spin. G1 Kim will shoot to the line for 2 shots.
Now, Ginebra fans, you've got more reasons to watch your team because you've got a really good player here who can handle the ball so well and dish off nice assist passes. He's got 4 points across his name. He's struggling a little bit from the field and down from the free throw line, but still he's making good decisions inside the basketball court.
Ang tanong, Coach RG, dahil yung dating import na si Sanchir Pungalag, hindi naman gaano ginamit. 4 na laro nga lang, around 10 minutes per game lang nilaro. Sino ngayon ang nakukuha na niya ng minuto? Ang hindi pa naglalaro para sa Ginebra, sina Baracael and Monfort.
Yon, si Baracael because G1 Kim plays the 3 spot. See what Dorian Peña can do. So it's really the right matchup here for Ginebra.
Johnson to Kagiwa. Mark the sport. Hitting once again, re-establishing a 4-point lead para sa Ginebra.
Now, if you're a Ginebra fan, you will just appreciate the contributions of Dorian Peña, especially on the defensive end.
Yun huling-huli ni Dorian yung atake kanina ni Jared Famous. And that translated into another basket dun sa kabila para naman kay Kagiwa.
Di ka ba kasama dyan? Singapore? Dito lang kita Singapore rice, chicken rice.
But you know, Aaron and Riza will have everything for us dito sa TV5. Will keep us updated sa laban ng lahat ng ating mga atleta. Romeo going to Pringle for the long bomb. Diubra. Jensen keeps it on that side of the floor. Ron J goes glass. Wala pa rin. Barangay Nebra's got to put it up. Kagiwa from Mercado. Di nga lang nakuha. What a first half we just witnessed, Coach RG.
Full pack, very entertaining, and Ginebra coming to life here in the second quarter.